So in our previous session, we have seen how we can create a new session object by binding it to the HTML template. Okay. In this video, let's see how we can add error messages and validations for that form. Okay, that is create session form. Let's open create-session.component.html. So as part of this HTML content which we are going to display over here on our web page, let's add validation messages. Okay, let's add error message fields for each of this. So first let's take up the name field. Okay, for this name field, let's add an emphasis tag. Okay, with ngIf condition that is equals to name dot invalid. This is one condition, and name dot dirty. Okay, this is another condition, and we want to display a message that is required message for that field. Similarly, let's add same validation for other fields as well. This is for name, so let's add for date. Okay, here let's specify for this event date, that is we can specify as presenter dot invalid and presenter dot dirty. Okay, and similarly for duration as well, duration dot invalid, duration dot dirty. Okay, but in case of even for level it is same. Okay, here also we are going to display similarly validation message, that is required validation message when it is invalid and it is dirty. Okay, but in case of abstract, this is a text area, and we also need to validate along with this required message. We also wish to display the maximum length of the text area which is allowed for this form. Okay, let's do that now. So as part of this, let's add condition that is abstract dot invalid and abstract dot dirty. This is same. Okay, and along with this, let's add abstract dot, that is abstract dot errors dot required. Okay, and we also wish to check the maximum length of the field for this text area. So let's check that as well, that is invalid, dirty, and as well as errors dot, here we are going to specify max length. And appropriate message which we wish to display over here, instead of required we wish to display cannot exceed 400 characters. Okay, we wish to display this message. Okay, so we have introduced error messages for each of these fields as part of this create session form. Next step is, for each of these error messages we wish to display some styling, right? We wish to display in red color to right of that field, right? These styles we have want to apply now. So to apply the field styles, first let's introduce ng class. Okay, let's add classes for styling. So for session name, okay, as part of this is class equals form group. Here we can add ng class, this is equals to error. Okay, and this should be name dot invalid and name dot dirty. Okay, and similarly same ng class which we are specifying over here, let's specify for other fields as well. Okay. For presenter, here also instead of name let's specify as presenter dot invalid and presenter dot dirty. For duration as well, here we are going to specify duration dot invalid, duration dot dirty. Okay, and similarly for level, after this level dot invalid level.dirty. Okay, for abstract as well, abstract.invalid, abstract.dirty. Okay, so we have specified ng classes for each of this, and we have to add styling as part of this, right? So let's specify styles for this inside create session component.ts. Okay, so inside create session component.ts, let's add styles for these error messages. Okay, so if you observe here, we have specified template URL. So after this template URL, we can specify styles for this. So instead of again writing all the styles over here, we have already applied for other form, right? That is create event component.ts. Let's just copy these styles from here and paste it over here, and let's do some modifications. So what is the modifications which we want to do now? Here it is only applicable for input, right? We also wish to apply this styling for others as well, that is error or select. Okay, and also dot error text area. Even for text area and select, we wish to apply this background color. Okay, not only input fields. Okay, so we have specified all this over here, that is input field, select and text area. Okay, and we have applied styling over here. So what next is pending? Okay, we have introduced ng class over here and we have applied styling. We are also displaying error messages by checking this condition. If it is invalid and if it is dirty, we are checking this condition and we are applying error messages, validation messages along with some styling. So another step which we need to follow is, as part of create session component.html, we have this submit button, right? That is save button. As part of this submit, we have to disable submit button when form is not valid. Okay, let's apply that as well here, because we don't wish to submit, we don't wish to save the form until it is valid, right? So let's check that as well. Disabled equals new session form dot invalid. Means if the form is invalid, then this button should be disabled state, that is save button should be disabled state, only cancel button should be displayed, should be available for clicking, right? So we are specifying that over here. That's it. Let's save all these changes. Now let's run the project by using npm space start. Project is getting compiled. Got compiled successfully, hosted on localhost colon 4200. Let's open this link now. Okay, as part of this link, let's open event session new, this URL. Okay, now if you observe, I'm not entering anything over here and I'm going to the next field, but we are not getting validation message. Why? Because we are checking here, as part of this we are checking the condition, that is name dot dirty. Dirty means it's not touched. In case if we are specifying name dot touched, even if we are just putting our cursor over here and just hovering to other field or just moving on to the other field, we'll get the validation message. But in case of dirty, what it happens is, until we enter something and we go to the next field, we'll not get the validation message. For example, I'm entering something, okay, and I'm going to the next field. See here, you can see that required validation message is getting displayed and this box is getting changed to this color. Okay, this is the styling which we have applied so far, right? That is the use of this name dot dirty. Okay, suppose if we are filling this form, okay, h session, h presenter, let's provide some values over here. Okay, and here also some value. Let's inspect this by opening developer tools. Now if I click on submit button, you can see that object is getting created and all the values are getting saved as part of this form. Okay, so these are the validation messages and error messages which we want to display with proper styling. Okay, that we have seen in this video for this form. But as of now, we are just logging this to the console. On click of the save button, we are logging to the console. We are not actually saving this session as part of that event, right? Next, what we have to do is, as part of that particular event, we have to create a session, and when we are creating a session, it will generate an id, and that id has to be stored as part of that particular event only, because for other event this particular session has should not be displayed. On click of all events page, if you observe, if I click on any of the event, only the sessions which belong to this event has to be displayed on the page, and not everything. Okay, that we will see how to handle in our next videos. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please like, comment, and share this video, and kindly subscribe to my channel in order to watch more videos.